yes. Thanks for watching and see you guys around. Okay, jokes aside though, the game has a lot of problems. First of all, the game has a classic Blizzard polish, so everything is fancy and animations and stuff like that is really clean, okay? There are some... a lot of the animations are taken from Hearthstone, so the polish was there already. The game was polished enough. And yeah, I think that's the only positive I have to say about the game. Now about the negatives. First of all, the balance is out the window. There doesn't exist any balance. I mean, there exists a balance that is mostly about... I'm talking about PvP, by the way. There exists a balance that is, I guess, the one unit counters the other. So if you have a team that stacks damage, then maybe the enemy can have Sylvanas and she can counter you, or some few things like that. There is a little bit of mind games. There is some skill involved in playing PvP, but the best thing you can do if you want to win PvP is just have the best units, use your best units, and just use the abilities correctly. And I guess 90% of the time you will be winning. Maybe I'm saying like an extreme amount of a too high number here, but I was using a mediocre team, and whenever I had on the live stream an enemy that had the same team as me, as long as I had bigger numbers or the same numbers, the win was always guaranteed. The moment the enemy made a big mistake, I won. And if I made a mistake, I lost. So that's okay. But when the enemies had bigger numbers than me, even if I played perfectly, I would lose just because my unit had 2 less life, or the enemy unit did 4 more damage, or whatever like that. So overall, I would not really say that PvP is balanced. Maybe PvP is balanced on when you have everything maxed out, like everything, all your characters are decked out, and then the enemy's characters will also obviously be decked out. Because by the way, the PvP matchmaking always tries to match you up with somebody that is on your skill level. So let's touch first upon that exact thing, the skill matching on PvP. There are some tricks that you can use to exploit the system. You can actually go into PvP with a team that has 3 level 30s and 3 level 1s, and the things that are gonna happen are one of the following two. Either A, you will get matched up with a bot that has the exact same team, 3 units with 3 mercenaries with level 30 and 3 mercenaries level 1. If that happens, you are golden. You just have to kill one of the 3 mercenaries at level 30 and then you won. You can just start blasting through the rest of his team and just try to keep your units alive and you're winning. For that team, you just have to have some kind of healing or some kind of tanking, and overall you should be good to go. The second thing that could happen, which is even better, is that you get matched up with somebody that is a human, and because almost nobody is queuing with level 30s and the 1s, you will find somebody who has level 20 units, level 22 units, level 21 units. It's gonna be like a little mix, and you're gonna destroy them. Because if you have a team with 3 mercenaries that combo well together and they're level 30 and you have leveled up their abilities, then if the enemy has like 22 level units, he's definitely not gonna be maxed out and you're gonna destroy them. There's even a huge chance that he's not even gonna have a single equipment on his mercenaries, so he's toast. So if you wanna, you know, break the game by defeating PvP, just do that. Just pick 3 units that are level 30 and 3 units that are level 1. You can't do it forever, because the more you actually use level 1 units, they level up, and especially in PvP, they level up extremely fast. I think from level 1 you go instantly to level 8, but then from level 8 you go to level 11, and then maybe up to level 15. If your team is like 3 level 30s and 3 level 15s, there is a chance that you will get matched up by an enemy, a human that has a level 25 units, but then again he will not have relics, items, and you will destroy him. That's at least my experience. Sometimes it might not go exactly like that. Maybe the enemy has like 3 greens and you have a blue, and he kills your blue real quick, and then you actually lose because your bank actually is level 1 units and they don't do anything. Then again though, you can have the skills of your level 1 units upgraded, and if the enemy thinks that they're safe to leave alive, you will start doing immense amounts of damage. So that's everything I have to say about the PvP matchmaking. I mean, on paper it sounds nice that your units are always the same, but if you try to have a weird level unit team, you're pretty much breaking the system. Now, second thing I want to talk about is obviously the big elephant in the room. which is monetization of this game. So, on first glance, you can unlock every single thing for free, and you can also on first glance, you can easily upgrade every single skill of your characters. Now, if we go over here at Gromash, this skill needs 125 coins. This relic needs 100 coins. And that's true for every single character. The relics need... Level 1 relics need 100 coins, level 2 relics need 150 coins to upgrade, and level 3 relics, if they have an upgrade, they will cost 175 to upgrade. And when I say if it has an upgrade, by the way, if something has 2 upgrades only, or 1 upgrade only, it's going to be the expensive one. So if this thing has 1 upgrade, then it's going to cost 175. If this thing has 2 upgrades, it's going to cost 150 for the first level and 175 for the second level. You can see this by the level up here. You see 1. The final level is always, not always, sometimes level, I think it's either always or sometimes, but the equipment can actually level up to level 4, okay? Level 4 equipment is the highest level. And if we go over here, for example, to Millhouse Mandstorm, you will see that the ley line wand actually starts at level 4. Or, where's the fox? I have the fox. Yeah, you see, mana runes starts at level 2. That means that it has 2 upgrades. One is the 150 coin one, and the other is the 175 coin one. And if you also add up every single one of the skills, which you obviously, the abilities you want to upgrade, then it's going through the roof. The costs for only upgrading every single ability, this is the same for every single character without any exceptions, is 1,425. You need 1,425 coins to upgrade every single ability. And if you want to also upgrade every single equipment, it's gonna cost you 600 to maybe 800. It's somewhere in between there. So depending on how many of the equipments can be upgraded on each character. And why I'm telling you these costs is because when you actually upgrade every single thing, then your mercenary gets another 1 more damage and 5 more health. So if you actually pay 2,200 something coins for it's 100% more than 2,000, just so that we make this clear, every single character is gonna cost at least 2,000 to actually upgrade everything. Some might cost even 2,500 depending on how many relics. Look at this guy, he has 3 relics that all of them are level 1. So these things will definitely all get upgraded. They're gonna be insanely expensive. So Gromash is gonna cost like 2,600 or something to upgrade to the max. And if you upgrade everything to the max, then you get +1 attack and +5 health, which is obviously gonna make a difference. In PvP, it might not make a difference because the enemy, if you are so decked out, then the enemy is also gonna be that much decked out. But on PvE, it obviously makes a difference. So if you wanna be strong in PvE, you have to farm. Now you would say, all nice and dandy with the numbers you're telling us, but how many coins do you get? So, how many coins do you get? You are going to get 50 coins for every single one of the, I guess the quest, not every single one, for some of the quests that the hero has. So for example, I have Millhouse Mandstorm here with a quest to destroy minions, it doesn't matter. He gives 50 coins for himself and 40 for some random one. Now, that's not the case for every single quest that the character has. As far as I know, the second quest gives you an equipment, and the 7th quest... Whereas, yeah, the second quest gives you the equipment and no coins, and the 7th quest gives you an equipment again and no coins. So if we add up the 1st, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th quest, then that would be 250 coins from quests alone, which is a decent amount. If there is an 8th quest or a 9th quest or a 10th quest, I'm not 100% sure because I haven't played that much, but even if they exist, it still is gonna give you what, 500 coins, 600 coins? So I'm not sure if you can go infinite on the quests. If you can, then maybe I'm wrong about this, but I'm not sure you can. Either way, let's say you can get 500 coins from quests. Let's say the quest line goes up to 12, I guess. You have to gather another 1,500. Do you know how many quests or coins you get from these things, from the fights? Have you any idea? Do you have any idea how many coins you get from here? You get about, yeah, here for example, it says Millhouse, Zarelia, Rokara. If I'm gonna get coins from these, by the way, earn some coins for the mercenaries in your party, plus a random one of the following. So if I go into here, it will give me 5 coins which will be split between my 6 party members and the 3 characters shown here. This is pretty random. It says one of the following, but I have actually seen that I gained coin from all 3 of them and from only 2 people of my party, or sometimes you get 2 of those and maybe 1 person from your party, because it isn't always split up. You might get Millhouse 3 times, Rokara 1 time, and 1 time Garrosh. Sometimes you want to actually level up Rokara, you go into this one, and you actually don't get a single Rokara. You know why? Because once again, the coins are split between your 6 party members and these 2. So you might think, okay, I can easily level up every character. I can just use the 6 mercenaries that are the only ones that I'm gonna play, you know, so that I don't care where the coins are gonna get split around. Yeah, you forget something really important. Even if your characters are, I don't know, Gul'dan and another 5 that are your main party, you still can get 3 coins for King Mukla and 2 coin drops for Tavish. That can actually happen. I mean, this is really rare. It's not most likely not going to happen, but there is an element here that actually prevents you from finding the coins you want. Not prevents you, but actually makes it even slower. And even if you say, yeah, though my team is actually Gul'dan and King Mukla and Tavish, it happened so, and also 3 others, so I will only gather coins for this one team. Yeah, do you know how many coins you need? Yeah, 12,000. 12,000 coins to actually get everything. Do you know how many you get per coin drop? You get from 10 to 25 if you're extremely lucky. I'm not even sure if you can get 25 from these. Maybe later down the road, maybe if you play heroics. But I mean, right now I've played about let's say 15 hours, maybe 20. Okay, I haven't like burned out on the game or anything. I haven't been playing for 100 hours, okay, obviously. But if you play casually, like let's say 3 to 5 hours per day, it's not exactly casually, but let's say that 3 to 5 hours per day is casually. Let's just say that, okay? You will be around where I am. Maybe if you play more PvE instead of PvP, you might be a bit more deep into this, obviously. But yeah, man, you're gonna be gaining an average of, I don't know, let's say 100, okay? Let's say you high roll and get 100 coins per run, okay? And you need 12,000. You need to do 120 runs, and guess what? The coins are not all going to be for the characters you use. So a lot of the coins are going to be useless. If you get a coin for something that's extremely out of meta, extremely useless, extremely bad, like if you have coins for scabs and nobody plays scabs, I don't know the meta right now, then yeah, you just lost some coins into nothingness. You just wasted time farming. Now, about farming, guess what? You want to farm fast and get coins? Because that's the only thing. There is no energy system. There is no reason to try to, I don't know, there is no reason to try to do big damage. There is no reason for anything. You just try to go through these fights as fast as humanly possible. You will need meta teams. And how do you think you will find meta teams? Let's say, for example, you want to get Anduin. Okay, I don't know where exactly Anduin is right now, but let's say that this fight has Anduin. Okay, let me, here he is, actually, imagine that. So you want to farm Anduin. Guess what? You have to actually go into this fight again and again with a team that does not have Anduin, because it's legendary, and if you don't have Anduin, okay? And you need to find 500 coins, and you might run into this and get nothing. Run into this 5 times and get 20 Anduin coins, and you need 500. Yeah, for you to farm efficiently, you first have to farm inefficiently. So it's not going to be a cakewalk. It's gonna take you hours upon hours to actually build a team you actually want. You could obviously pay money. Obviously, there are systems that make sure that you gain your heroes slowly. Every mercenary pack you open has a guaranteed to give you a mercenary you don't have, as long as that's true for the rarity that rolled. So if for example the pack rolled a rare mercenary, then you will get a new mercenary. If the pack rolls an epic mercenary, you will get a new one. But if the pack rolls a rare legendary and you have a rare mercenary and you have every single rare mercenaries, you will get a portrait. You will get a skin. Congratulations, you opened a pack and got nothing. Good day, sir. So that is it with farming, upgrading, etc. Now, obviously, there is a meta game. If you go into this, okay, the game is not really pay to win. Okay, it's I'm talking about PvP, obviously, because in PvE, it's completely pay to win. If you have a lot of money and if you have your character abilities upgraded and everything else, it's completely pay to win in PvE. And that is also really apparent when you realize that the mercenaries go up to level 30, and after that, the only way to upgrade them is with coins. Guess what? Getting coins is extremely hard and extremely tedious. So maybe if your first team is 6 people, but you have to think about most of these heroes are rare. You know, most of my heroes are rare. I might have 1 or 2 legendaries, I don't know, but most of them are rare. Yeah, you will farm with your rare and efficient team, which you have to find coins for. So it's gonna be a really long stretch until you actually are able to defeat everything. I mean, I'm pretty sure with a bunch of attempts and with the right relics or upgrades within the run, because in a run you actually upgrade your units, you know, you get some upgrades, some buffs. I'm pretty sure if you try this a bunch of times, you can actually beat everything. Okay, I'm not gonna say that the game is unbeatable without pay-to-win elements. But it's tiresome. The game is not fun when you have to. I mean, maybe for some people it's fun, you know. For a lot of people, it's awesome to play something hardcore, stay there, try to calculate every single thing, try to beat everything, and actually win. But you have to remember. I didn't even say remember. You have to know the AI in these are no joke. I mean, they are not smart either, but when the AI does, for example, 5 times, not 5 times, when the fight has 4 enemies, and all 4 of these enemies do something like deal 10 damage, you know, you cannot actually deflect that damage. I mean, there are some heroes that actually deflect damage, but if the AI does something that kills a unit of yours, and you cannot prevent it, the unit will die. The AI tries actually to snap your units. The AI actively tries to make you lose the run. Obviously, I mean, obviously it does that. But if you play this game a lot, you will start to realize that you will start losing units here, and a lot of times you will not be able to actually keep them alive. The more you play, though, you will start learning the characters and what enemies do and what their moves are and how they actually, you know, how they attack. But yeah, this will take some time, and this will also add up to the frustration of losing. This will add up to the frustration of actually not getting anything, because you might be all happy, go lucky, and be like, yeah, I don't care that I'm gonna lose. I don't care that I have to play slowly. I don't care that I can just play as slow as possible and learn the enemies and actually defeat the encounter and go into Black Rock Mountain heroic. I don't mind all that. Yeah, obviously, I agree. But you forget something really important. You might not get the coins you want. There is a high chance that you will be into a heroic fight. You're gonna, I don't know, let's say it takes 15 minutes. You're gonna be 15 minutes in a heroic fight. You're gonna sit there and read the abilities, make sure that you're not gonna lose, and boom, you get like 10 coins for Anduin. And everything else is like trash. Perfect. Yeah, there is a lot of farming in this game. And I guess that is everything I have to say this game. The game is really, really pay to win in this aspect. As I said, with good strategy and with a decent team composition. And if you're lucky and get good equipment, because the equipment is really game breaking sometimes. There are like equipments that say start of round, kill instantly an enemy, and all the fights instantly become extremely easy. So there are some equipments that make you win, so there is a chance for that. But otherwise, it's extremely pay to win, especially with the +1, +5 on your characters. And it's also very grindy. Now, there is the last thing, and maybe the biggest thing that makes this game trash, other than you needing to grind, other than you needing to actually, you know, play the game a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean very much. And let's say you also don't care that some characters are better. I mean, they are not straight up better, but for PvE, there are some characters that are really good. For PvP, it depends on the matchup, okay? Even if you don't care about that there is different power levels and meta or everything between, if you don't care about all that, there is something that's really making this game a trash game. 2 things. Actually, it's 1 thing, okay? The quality of life when you play this game is in the gutter. It's as if they just took Hearthstone and were like, okay, that's the game, let's go play. The game exists, it's ready, let's play. First thing that's really important, in a fight that is PvP or PvE, you cannot actually see all the moves that the enemy can do. This is supposed to be a strategy game, and in PvP, if you do not know the enemy character, then you do not know what he does at all. You have to either look it up on the internet, or be a magician and just be like, he might attack. YOLO. He might heal. Who knows? You don't know that. Try to look it up. You cannot see it in the game. You have to have the character. If you don't have the character, you cannot see within the game what the character does. Not in PvE, not in PvP, nowhere. You might find Cairn Bloodhoof in a PvE fight, because the mercenaries actually appear in PvE fights. You know, in... what are they called? Expedition or something? I don't even know what they're called anymore. Bounties. So you might find mercenaries in a bounty. But even then, you will not be able to see their skills. You will see what they're about to do, but you don't know what they actually are capable of doing. For PvP, this is like leagues worse, because you have no idea what the enemy speed is, what his abilities are. And when you're playing with the base team, like with just the rare units, the baseline units, the enemy will know what your units do and will also know what speed. I mean, everybody knows that Millhouse Manastorm, Arcane Explosion has speed 4 and Arcane Bolt has speed 6. Okay, these two skills are the ones you use the most. If you use this, most of the time you might die before you get it off. If you get it off, I mean, you won. But most of the people know that this is 4 speed and this is 6 speed. So you have already a disadvantage against those people. So maybe their team is not stronger than you. Maybe Uther is not stronger than Zyrelia or whatever. By the way, I know that Zyrelia is meta, but I try to not be in the meta. That's why I'm leveling up Millhouse. Don't come in the comments and be like, oh, what are you doing, Morgul Oracle? Are you stupid? You lose because you play with bad characters. Yeah, I know. I wanted to try characters. That was actually the concept, you know. Yeah, maybe Jaina. I don't know. I don't know her skills. You know, I don't know her skills. Maybe Jaina is worse than Millhouse. Okay, maybe she's weaker. Maybe she isn't that strong. Okay, obviously, but the enemy has an advantage because you have no idea what she does, and she knows everything you do when you use the baseline units. So you could say that it's a bit of pay to win when somebody doesn't know what you have, and with you being only able to know what they have if you get 500 coins, nice by the way, yeah, it's a bit pay to win. I mean, you could say, yo, it's not pay to win because you can look it up on the internet. Yeah, that's not really a good argument. I mean, what are you talking about? Why can I not see what the enemy's abilities are? It's not that hard. Just click on the thing and just ability 1, 2, 3. Is it that hard? I mean, look how small they are. Look how small they are. It's 3 cards. Like this. Do you see this? This layout here, these 4 cards. Just make it like that here. Whoop, and here 1, 2, 3. Or if you want over here 1, 2, 3. It's really easy. It's not that hard. And this thing is extremely bad when you play PvP. You have no idea what enemies do. The moment you see somebody that's like that you don't recognize, you just go with colors. You're like, okay, he's blue, he's a mage, he most likely has spells, I guess. You try to maybe, if you know from World of Warcraft, you're like, okay, it's Anduin, he has healing, I guess. Antonidas, I have no idea. Brightwing, no idea. Jaina, maybe freezes, I guess. What else? Uther, I don't know. I have no idea, man. Heals? Taunts? Divine Shield? I have no idea. This guy, who is this guy even? I don't even know who this guy is. Warden, don't. I mean, okay, I'm not really immersed into the Warcraft universe, but do you understand what I'm saying? Even if you're immersed in the universe, the Warcraft universe, here Illidan. Okay, he attacks. I guess from Hearthstone, you would say he attacks left and right. He has like the outsider keyword, or King Crush. He attacks. You see what I say? You have no idea what you know. So this is one of the quality of life that is non-existent. The second quality of life things that are non-existent and is obviously really, really bad is that in a fight, right now I can't show it, but you will find infinite footage in the internet that's showing this thing. In a fight, there is like a little bar at the left where you can see what has happened in a round. And that bar has like room for 10 abilities, 8 abilities, I don't know. And if something goes off the ability of the bar, you cannot see it anymore. You know, you can no longer see something. Let me actually show you. Let me show it to you. Give me a sec. Okay, here I am in a fight. Now, I hope this doesn't go sideways and I will be able to show you. Let's say I use Arcane Salvo here to do 4 damage to the enemies. By the way, in PvE, you can obviously see what the enemy is about to do, but you don't know all his abilities, okay? Let's go with Arcane Explosion, because I want to showcase something very specific, and let's go with Attack here, okay? Attack wherever, it doesn't really matter. Here you go. By the way, on purpose I'm doing this because I want the enemies to... You know what? Let's actually go and attack here. It's even better. Go and attack here. Now, look at this. He's gonna attack. He's gonna attack an enemy. If it hasn't acted yet, summon a Illidar Satyr. And he's attacking an enemy. If this character survives, summon a copy of this character. Okay. And we're gonna attack too, attack everybody, and attack him. Now, this is the bar that shows you the history of what happened. Let's press ready and see if everything is gonna fill in the history. There is a chance that everything will, but a lot of times, not everything is shown. I'm pretty sure my example here is gonna fail hard. Oh, nope, it doesn't. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Boom. What did I do? Let's now assume that you're in PvP. This is the same thing for PvP, by the way. Let's now assume you are in PvP. And you're like, okay, what happened? I don't know. The only thing I remember is that Cariel Romaine, Rhyme, whatever she's called, attacked at the end. You have no idea what happened. And this happens in PvP, and you can't even understand what the enemy is doing, man. Because some abilities are like delayed damage, but if you did a fire attack, or if the enemy attacked you, then you do double damage. There are some weird abilities in this game, okay? And you don't... you either have to read it the moment it appears, and you have like half a second, as you saw. Maybe a second, I don't know exactly. But if you don't, you cannot... This is not scrollable. You cannot do anything here. This is it. One round of combat is enough to push itself out. A single round of combat is not able to be... This bar here cannot hold a single turn of combat. Do you realize this? Can you realize how stupid it is? I mean, the faster your unit is, the harder it is for the enemy to know what you did. Do you realize how stupid this is? Either way, let's concede here. Let's go back to the... I think there is nothing really else... Oh, I even caught 11. I didn't know that you get 11 by just going into here and conceding. Will I get coins too? No, I don't. Because you get coins, at least they did that. You get coins the higher the climb. And yeah, at this point, I think that would be everything I have to say about the game. There is definitely some things here and there that right now I don't remember. But in summary... PvP is exploitable, and also you have no idea what the enemy do. Your mercenaries are extremely hard to level up and scale, which in turn makes PvE hard for you because you need scaled mercenaries to beat the PvE. Because scaling mercenaries helps you truly only in PvE, because in PvP the game is gonna be semi-balanced. Obviously you want to have your mercenaries decked out as much as possible so that the enemy has a chance to be weaker than you, and you have a less chance to being weaker than the enemy. But PvE, leveling up the mercenaries is mostly for PvE, to be honest. PvE, as I said, farming is a grind, it's insane. And PvP, yeah, as I said, it's all over the place. I think PvP is like the most okay, quote-unquote, mode. But as I said, you can, first of all, exploit it. And secondly, you have no idea what the enemies do if you don't have like a spreadsheet on next to you. There is like... Blizzard uploaded a PDF with every single character. And for some reason, this data does not exist in the game. Blizzard itself uploaded a PDF with every single character ability and skill. But in the game, you cannot read them. How crazy is that? Yeah, I think this is where we're gonna cut it off. And yeah, that's it pretty much. If you like the video, maybe drop a like. If you hate mercenaries, I mean hate. If you think it's trash too, then maybe drop a like too. By the way, before I leave here with a verdict, I want to say that to be honest, the first let's say 10 hours are decent, but it really feels like in the first 10 hours. Let's say maybe, yeah, in the first, let's say 5 to 10 hours, okay, to be a bit more precise. In the first 5 to 10 hours, you really feel strong. You feel the power. You go in here, you feed this thing, you defeat every single thing, you almost cannot lose. Then you go into some PvP fights, you lose some, you win some, you're like happy, okay, haha. And then you start realizing how much grind there is. And I'm telling you, if you play this game, mark my words, the moment you decide to actually start farming up with the character, you will understand how much of a grind it is. Okay, I wanted to farm up Tyrande. Tyrande. I don't know how it's exactly said, how the name is called. So I tried to farm her up, and I wanted to upgrade Arcane Shot twice. Okay, so it was 50 coins plus 125 coins, 175 coins. I had like 60, so the first level went ahead, went done. Then at some point I wanted like 30 coins, only 30 coins. I went into the PvE encounter that gives you Tyrande coins, and I had to go into there 5 times or 4 or 5 times. I don't know the exact number. 4 or 5 times I needed to actually repeat an encounter to gain 30 coins. It took me 40 minutes, an hour for 30 coins. Okay, now that I have 10 and this needs 150. Oh man. One level, look at this. One more damage on your ability will take you about 3 hours. Yeah, you can't get everything for free though, so congratulations on that, guys. Congratulations on that. Whoop, the day changed. The moment I was doing the video, the day changed, so we got some quests. Let's see what quests we got. Okay, well, who cares really, to be honest. What a thing to happen. Either way, I think that's where we're gonna cut it. There was also something else that's really bothering. If you want to upgrade everything, which you should actually do, you need gold, and you need 900 gold. It's not a lot. It's a decent sized amount, but that 900 gold obviously could have been 9 packs, which you don't get, because for some reason they decided that having basic functions actually costs gold. And the gold, when I say gold, I mean Hearthstone gold. So if you don't play Hearthstone, well, tough luck. You gotta start farming here. And when I say farming here, I mean you get those. If you remember, when I fought here, I got like 11 little scrollies. That's the daily, not the daily, the battle pass, whatever it's called in this game. So yeah, you have to farm XP for the battle pass to gain 50 gold per day. So not per day, per point. Like if you play the game, you understand what I'm talking about. It's not really easy to farm 900 gold within this game mode alone. So yeah, I think there are like some quests for welcoming that give you about 400, 500, maybe 600. I'm not gonna promise anything. I think the welcoming quests give you a lot less. So yeah, the game, yeah, it's not really easy, guys, to farm. The game is easy. It's understandable. I mean, okay. Oh, and something else that I really hate. Last thing, I promise, and then off we go to the end of the video. It's not ending, guys. The run is not ending. The last thing I want to say is, if you have a unit that summons with rush, this thing, 1414, this is a unit. So this character, when you press the skill, it summons this unit, and this unit has rush. Rush means attacks immediately after being summoned. Okay, this attack is random. You know why? I know it's Hearthstone, okay, and I realize that, and there is a lot of randomness, but this game is supposed to be like a bit more tactical. I mean, turn-based, and it's not really hard. I don't think it's that hard. Like as you use the skill and target an enemy, you could use this skill and target an enemy, and then when the summons, it attacks. I mean, it's as simple as that, man. There is no reason not to do that. In PvP, especially in PvE. I mean, in PvE, you don't even want to have randomness. And in PvP, you also don't want to have randomness. So, I don't know. You could say that in PvP there is randomness to make it so that some matchups are actually quote-unquote balanced, but that does not make sense. It does not make sense to bring balance with randomness, because non-randomness is not balanced. That does not make sense. Yeah, so yeah, that's another, like, this is a really small part here. The random attacking isn't really that important. All the rest that I said though, infinite farm, hard encounters and bad rewards, and easily breakable PvP. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna fix this at some point. And also not being able to see the enemy skills. This is the most bad part of this game. Not being able to see the enemy skills is the worst part of this game by far. If they fix this, I don't know, then farming coins is going to be the worst part about this game by far. Either way, this time this is going to be it. If you liked what I said and agree, maybe like. If you drop a like, helping out the channel, you know, show some support. If you disagree with me, I don't know. I don't know what you say to you. Good luck farming. Good luck paying money. Good luck to you. If you're rich or if you don't have any need for money, then power to you. Obviously, if you enjoy the game, if you like the game, if you want to grind, if you like this type of game, then more power to you. Do what you want. Just know that you are playing a trash game. Just want you to know, you know, it's one thing to like something, and it's another thing to not realize what you like is trash. You know, it's a thing. Either way, comment down below about your opinions. I would like to really hear about what your opinions about this game. I want like a heated discussion, like everybody hate or everybody love or everybody agree or disagree. I don't know. I'm full in. Do whatever you want. I'm reading every single comment. I'm also replying to most of them. So I'm ready to get some comments in here. And that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, everybody, and see you guys around.